Mountaintop removal. It is a process of coal mining that involves taking large amounts of dynamite to explode the top of mountains in order to reach coal seams. You see, coal is embedded inside a mountain in layers. A good visual example will be that of a layered cake. Traditional coal mining has coal miners tunnel in and extract the coal, whereas mountaintop removal literally removes a whole mountaintop. The debris that is created from the explosion is then dumped into a man-made valley after all the coal has been extracted. Mountaintop removal coal mining sounds cheaper, faster, and therefore more efficient. However, there's much more darker side to mountaintop removal. Habitats are being destroyed, soil is being removed from the land itself, leaving it barren. The debris is then dumped into the valley, cutting off thousands of miles of headstreams, polluting waterways, and destroying even more than habitat. Plus, many homes are being damaged by fly rot, our water supplies are being poisoned, as well as dust particles which contain such things as silica are being sucked into school ventilation systems, which also cause sickness to our youth. Also, the diversion of the streams due to the dumping of debris caused major flooding in nearby towns, leaving these towns economically depressed and turning to jobs they most hate, even if it means them destroying their own mountains.
So I grew up in Blue Ridge Mountains, and I adore those mountains. So my favorite parts about driving home is, going down the road and all of a sudden you see the first few peaks, and I just get so excited. But I also am saddened because I see how they're starting to be destroyed by mountaintop removal, and how they just become barren and completely desolate and just ugly, flat out ugly. And I see the destruction of the ripple effects of the destruction. So I see some of the negative effects of, you have tourism, and that destroys a lot of the natural beauty of the land, and some of the natural features of the land. You can't necessarily come and see things, and people who depend on that aspect of business, nobody wants to come see that. They don't want to come visit disgusting, barren land. You have flooding and landslides that happen because there isn't anything to root down those trees and that mud. You take all of that off, and what's there to hold it? It's just going to go sliding. You see a habitat destruction. There's more roadkill when I go home than I've ever seen in my life, simply because the animals have nowhere to go. And it makes you sick. It makes you really sick.
Reclamation is the process in which they attempt to restore the mountain, but instead of rebuilding the mountain, the topsoil is replaced with rock, making it difficult for even grass to grow.
So companies that do mountaintop removal, they want to talk about reclamation, and they want to act like they're all great and but reclamation's a joke. It's just a complete joke. It's impossible to do completely. You can't remake something that's taken thousands of years to create. And even if they did do the best that they could, it's way too much money and way too much time. They're selfish. They don't want to do that. It cuts into their bottom line. It cuts into their profit. So why are they going to do that?
At this point, coal mining is a necessary evil, but there are other options than mountaintop removal. Many of these mountains that are being decimated are listed as Class 5 for wind energy. In this case, jobs will still be available, as well as the beauty of our mountains. If more is not done to stop mountaintop removal, we will lose an integral part of our southern geography.